I find myself in a pretty dark place all the time, and was saying, I love my fans. I know you guys have been expecting a lot of music. Just right now, genuinely, I'm not mentally. I don't want to give you guys any false hope. I'm there, just trying to get mentally right.
Now, 6IX9INE says that he's not doing too good. Have you guys seen this recent IG live from 6IX9INE? He made a little statement to his fans explaining why he hasn't dropped any music, saying that he's not doing too good. I have a couple of things to say about it though, so yeah. Let's talk about it. Now, 6IX9INE. It's been over 4 months since I last spoke about 6IX9INE. At this point, I think everybody's familiar with 6IX9INE, one of hip-hop's most infamous trolls who found himself behind bars after involving himself in some gang activities. He, of course, ended up completing his prison sentence in April 2020 and was prematurely released that same month. Ever since then, 6IX9INE has dropped some music. He has been involved in a whole lot of controversy, beef with a lot of rappers and whatnot. It's definitely an interesting time for 6IX9INE right now, though, because the trial period for the 6IX9INE experiment has ran out. There's really not much for 6IX9INE to show people at this point because people have grown accustomed to his controversial ways. He's had the benefit of getting a lot of people's attention all at once due to how he operated, but there's obviously always a time when the publicity stunts become played out. 6IX9INE has, as of right now, I believe, squeezed the lemon to its fullest extent, and I think this is when the real 6IX9INE comes out, which that's what's going on right now, so let's talk a little bit about that. 6IX9INE the other day did this Instagram live where he was giving his fans an update on music and explained why he hasn't been dropping music and spoke a little bit about his mental state overall. I want to play you this clip where he talks a little bit about that, and then after that we'll come back and continue the conversation.
Start this thing off with saying, I love my fans. I know you guys have been expecting a lot of music. Just right now, genuinely, I'm not mentally. I don't want to give you guys any false hope. I'm there, just trying to get mentally right, just with everything. I'm just trying to better myself, so I won't be pretty dark. I find myself in a pretty dark place all the time, and obviously I love my fans. I'm always here for you guys. Still the king of IG, still the king of the internet. Just, I don't use it anymore. I don't use it. I barely be in the studio. I'm just keeping it stacked. These are for my fans.
So first of all, as you could hear, man, 6IX9INE does sound a little different these days. That's something a lot of people have been pointing out. He sounds very suburban, if you will. I want to say that's definitely a reflection of the kind of people he's been hanging around these days. 6IX9INE for the majority of his career was hanging around gangbangers and killers. Nowadays, he's hanging around YouTubers and content creators. And this right here is actually a real good example of, the people you hang around, you actively start to become. Us human beings, man, we're like sponges. We become what we're consistently surrounded by. And for 6IX9INE, like I said, at one point he was surrounded by gangbangers and killers. Now he's switched up his ways by surrounding himself with a different crowd. Definitely seems like an intentional thing, which is smart on his end. But we heard him talk a little bit about why he's not dropping music. He mentioned how he's been working on getting himself right mentally in order to drop music. He also mentioned how he's been finding himself in a very dark place as of late. He still feels like he's the king of the internet. I don't really agree with that, but that's another conversation for another day. After that, he mentioned how he's really not on social media like that. He also said that he's not in the studio a lot these days, and that's where that ends. I'm gonna be honest, man, it sounds like he's kind of tired of maintaining the mask. I'm talking about the fact that 6IX9INE has played a character since the day he got in the game. Daniel Hernandez, which is Tekashi's real name, that is a completely separate entity from the character 6IX9INE. If that wasn't the case, 6IX9INE would have not been a free man after he cooperated with the authorities, because that's not something the character 6IX9INE would have done. Also, let's talk about the fact that 6IX9INE at the end of the day is still a target. There are people who want to take him down because he was involved in the takedown of his former gang. No matter what way you look at it, 6IX9INE does have a price on his head for that reason. It really doesn't matter if you're not involved in that life anymore. Any and every action you committed while you were living that lifestyle will have further implications down the road. For 6IX9INE, those implications, what do they look like? Well, he's gonna have to look over his shoulder for the rest of his life. He can never feel too safe and get too comfortable, and I think that has probably created a lot of feelings of distress in him. Going back to what I said earlier, judging from this IG live, I don't think 6IX9INE wants to play the social media clout game for the rest of his career. Personally, just judging from this video, I think 6IX9INE might be coming to terms with the fact that he's actually feeling that way, right? Because for the entirety of his career, he's been embracing that and it's paid off. But notice how right now, especially in the last couple months, he hasn't actively tried to involve himself in a lot of controversy. One of the last situations he was involved in was when he pulled up on the Lil Durk lookalike Perkio and put that King Von jacket on his back. Sometime after that, he was involved in another situation in Miami. He was somewhere in Miami at a club turning up and someone sucker punched him in the back of the head. By the way, he was minding his business, so the person who did that was just a hater. After that, he trolled Young Thug on his Instagram after getting locked up. Now that was him channeling his old ways for sure, but aside from that, he hasn't been involved in too many things. So right now, I think 6ix9ine might just be turning the tide. Maybe he's finally coming to the conclusion that his old ways isn't the way to go if you really want to sustain the level of success you have, because that clout chasing shit is short-lived. If you don't believe me, take a look at any rapper who's gone down that road and tell me exactly where they are in 2022. That's right, you don't even know, and that's the point. This is the first time I've seen 6ix9ine being generally vulnerable on camera. Usually Tekashi's always talking his shit and clowning on rappers, but this time he's apparently going through it and decided to share that with the world. I don't know exactly where 6ix9ine is going to go from here. He could honestly resort to the clout chasing because that's something he's professional at, but I do think he's exhausted from upkeeping the mask throughout these years. I can imagine it's really exhausting being one person on camera and then being the polar opposite of that off camera. There's a lot of internal conflicts that come when not presenting your authentic self, which 6ix9ine has done the opposite of. I think at some point it becomes so exhausting to upkeep that to the point where you can't maintain it. I can't say for certain that's what's going on with 6ix9ine, but that's what it might be looking like from my perspective. But yeah, 6ix9ine is apparently going through it and is not doing too good. Any thoughts on this? You guys heard what Tekashi said in that IG live. He's been finding himself in a dark place as of late. That's directly had an effect on his output. Looking at things from a deeper perspective though, do you agree with me when I say that this could be as a result of how he's been moving throughout these last couple years? Do you think there's a correlation there or nah? Definitely let me know in the comment section below. Like this video, like this video, like this video, like this video, like this video. Let's have a discussion about this.